Hi everybody, Melissa Carpenter here, health and mindset coach. So this is my last one for the limiting belief series, and this one is habits and addictions. And I would say almost all of us have some sort of habit or addiction that we would love to not have anymore. Again, 0 to 6 years old is when those core beliefs come in. And then, teenage years, a lot of times, a lot of addictions and habits come into play there, but it's not because of that so much as it is what happened whenever you were a child. And habits and patterns, addictions are an interesting core belief because it's not like I believe that I deserve to eat myself till I'm sick, or I don't know what other kind of habits, bad habits there are. Cigarettes, I believe that I should be smoking cigarettes every day, all day long, because that's just great. No, that's not how it works. It works because in those younger years, somebody did or said something to you that made you feel like that's the truth, and that you weren't worth enough, and that you weren't worthy of something. And then you try to fill that later on in life with something, okay? So this one's a little bit different than like love and success blocks. Those are usually by visualizing what the truth is. This is different in the sense that something was said or done to you that you believed really that you weren't worthy and you weren't enough. And that's the truth. And so that left you with a void right here. And that void had to be filled with something. Okay? And you knew it too. You knew it. Even tiny little babies, if they don't get affection, it's a void that they know that they're supposed to have. We're built with that. We know we're supposed to have certain things. And when we don't have that, later on in life, we fill it. And it's usually with something negative. Okay, this one is definitely hard because yes, there's hypnosis can help and the guided meditations can help. I do both of those, and that hits the theta, and it can completely transform your life. But when it comes to the action part, which is something you can do in love and success, this one is tough. Yes, you can beat it. Yes, you can. I'm not saying that. There's been plenty of people that have been able to quit whatever they're doing cold turkey. But I bet you 9 out of 10 of those people replace it with something else. Okay? Even if it's something like if you're smoking, you're going to replace it with, candy or drinking or chips or something. You're going to replace it, and you're going to constantly replace it all the way till the day you die. Okay? Or you're going to give up and go back to whatever it was that you gave up. So this one is tricky. When you go to the call of action and write down, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it. Maybe you go and start doing, meditation and getting yoga and getting healthy and everything else. You're going to have your secret little silent killer back here that is going to tell you, now, come on. You know you're not worthy enough to not have this. You know it. So what are you doing? Go ahead. Have that Coke. Guess what? You worked really hard in the gym today. Grab your Snicker bar. You deserve it. Oh, you're trying to quit smoking. But you're not really worthy of being, a non-smoker. Oh, let's replace that with candy. You need something. You're going to have something in there to help replace that void. Okay? So I strongly suggest if you have some kind of habit or addiction that you're dealing with, go get help. Okay? Again, hypnosis, huge in this one, because there's nothing better than going and finding out what the heck started that. What was it? Because you probably don't even know. 2, guided meditation. I'd almost put both of those together, doing your hypnosis and having your guided meditation, because it is going to be a strong one. It's going to be really hard to figure out how to tell yourself that you are worthy and you are enough and you were worthy and you were enough even whenever you were a freaking baby, and whatever happened to you at that moment that brought you into filling this void. Okay? So know already that I love you. I think you're worthy. I think you're enough, and you should too. And you can tell yourself that over and over and over, and I encourage you to, because if you don't do the guided meditation or hypnosis session, start there. Start by constantly telling yourself over and over and over, I love myself, I'm worthy, I am enough. I'll tell you something, I tell my kids all the time, even my 5-year-old, tell me every day 5 times, I love myself. Tell me. And they'll say it. My son, he's 5, and randomly the other day he says, I'm not a good boy. And I was like, what? Yes, you are. No, I'm not. So I made him say it 5 times. I'm a good boy, I'm a good boy, I'm a good boy, I'm a good boy, I'm a good boy. It was really hard at first because he really didn't believe it. And then I'm like, no, we're doing this over and over and over, because his little subconscious mind hasn't completely, developed to where it's not a core belief. So I'm like, we're getting this in there now. But it's so important to tell yourself that. So please do that. And if you need my help, I'm always here for you. You can go to www.growtheroot.com, and I will talk to you later. Namaste. Love.